All right. So, we've been looking into all this stuff about how to get a job.
Yeah.
You've got the skills, the experience, the resume, but, it's a tough job market out there.
Yeah, it really is.
I saw that the average job posting gets like 250 applications.
Yeah, you're going up against a lot of other people, that's for sure.
So how do you stand out?
It's interesting because you would think, you have all the qualifications and everything, but it really comes down to the interview.
Oh, so it doesn't even matter if you're qualified. It matters how you interview.
Exactly. And the stats bear that out because, candidates who really nail the interview, they have like a 1 in 3 chance of getting that job offer.
Wow.
But if you're just average at interviewing, those odds plummet to 1 in 5.
Oh, wow.
And if interviewing is not your strong suit, it's a really discouraging 1 in 8.
Oh my gosh. So it's like less than 15%.
Yeah.
If you're not good at interviewing.
Pretty much.
Okay, so it really is like a secret game.
It is.
Where you have to learn how to play, right?
Exactly. And that's what's so fascinating about this Career Oyster InterviewPrep System, because it's designed to help with that.
So what is it?
Well, it's designed specifically for these third-party recruiters to help their candidates land more jobs.
Okay, so it's like a whole system for acing interviews.
Yeah, think of it like a 6-step boot camp
Okay.
to transform you from a good candidate on paper to like an interview superstar.
Okay.
And it starts with a really in-depth e-learning platform packed with video lessons.
Yeah.
And then it reinforces those concepts with PDFs, worksheets, and to really get you comfortable.
How nice.
It even includes mock interviews so you can practice.
Oh, that's good. Like a whole simulation.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get feedback and everything.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice. So it's really practical.
Yeah.
I like that.
But what really sets this apart is its unique approach. It teaches candidates to treat the interview like a consultative sales call.
Like a sales call. I
Yeah.
never thought about it that way.
It's a subtle shift, but it's really powerful.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Like, imagine instead of just listing your skills when asked, you proactively ask about the biggest challenge the team's facing,
Oh.
and then position your experience as the solution.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's the essence of this consultative approach.
Okay, so instead of me just saying like, oh yeah, I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
I'm really good at that. I should be asking them more questions about what they need
Yeah.
and how I can help.
Exactly.
Got it.
And this Career Oyster system breaks it down really well.
Okay.
One of the 6 steps is all about mastering this approach.
Okay.
It guides you on how to understand the interviewer's needs
Uh-huh.
and tailoring your responses to show how you're the perfect fit.
So it's like, I'm almost like a detective.
Yeah.
Figuring out what they're looking for and then
Totally.
showing them that I have the solution.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
It's about taking control and leading the conversation in a direction that highlights your value.
Okay.
So you're not just hoping you'll say the right thing.
Yeah.
You're guiding the discussion to showcase your strengths and how they align with what the interviewer is looking for.
So framing is really important.
Yeah.
It's not just about what I say, it's
Yeah.
about how I frame it.
And that's where the system shines.
Okay.
It goes beyond generic advice and gives you specific scripts and techniques
Oh, wow.
for those really tricky situations that pop up in interviews.
Yeah, like when they ask you those weird behavioral questions.
Yeah, exactly. Or like salary negotiations or even awkward silences.
Ugh, I hate those.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, so this system helps with that.
It does. It really equips you with the tools to handle those curveballs with grace.
Okay.
It helps you highlight your strengths effectively,
Mhm.
address any weaknesses, and always keep the focus on how you can add value to the company.
It's like a strategic operation.
It kind of is. And like any good operation, success depends on the strategy and the execution.
Right, because I could have a great answer, but if I deliver it poorly,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not going to matter.
Exactly. Have you ever heard someone give a presentation with great content,
Yeah.
but their delivery was just flat, monotone, or unstructured?
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's hard to stay engaged.
Yeah, you just tune them out.
Exactly. And that's another area where the Career Oyster Interview Prep System excels.
Okay.
It gives specific guidance on your volume, your pacing,
Yeah.
and how to structure your responses to make sure your message lands with impact.
Well, that's so helpful
Yeah.
because I know I get nervous and I talk really fast,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that doesn't come across very well.
It can be distracting.
So this helps you even with those kinds of things.
Yeah, it helps you overcome those nervous habits that can undermine your performance.
I think we've all had those moments where we just like self-sabotage
Yeah.
because we're nervous.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like this system helps with that too.
It does. It's about presenting yourself as this polished, capable professional
Right.
who's ready to hit the ground running,
Yeah.
projecting confidence not just in what you say,
Yeah.
but how you say it.
This is really interesting. Is there anything else that stood out to you about this system?
You know what really impressed me was how it emphasized preempting potential liabilities or weaknesses.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough one because how do you address that without sounding defensive
Yeah.
or like making excuses?
It's tricky, but the Career Oyster system provides specific scripts and techniques for doing just that.
Oh, okay.
So it's about acknowledging any potential concerns up front,
Right.
but then reframing them in a positive light.
Okay.
So for example, instead of trying to hide a gap in your resume,
Yeah.
you can proactively address it by highlighting how you use that time to develop a new skill
Oh.
or gain valuable experience in a different field.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about taking ownership
Yeah.
and turning it into a positive.
Exactly.
Right.
And the system gives you the tools to do that.
Okay.
It's about showing the interviewer that you're not afraid to address those areas head on
Ah,
and that you're actively working to improve. It's a sign of maturity
yeah.
and professionalism that can really set you apart.
I like that. So it shifts your whole mindset.
It does.
Instead of feeling like I'm at the mercy of the interviewer,
Yeah,
I can take control
exactly.
and shape the conversation.
It's about shifting from a reactive approach to a proactive approach.
I see.
And that shift can make all the difference in how you present yourself and
Right.
how the interviewer perceives you.
So this system not only helps you land more jobs,
Yeah,
but it also boosts your confidence.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about realizing you're not just a passive participant in the job search.
Right.
You're an active agent shaping your own destiny.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back to discuss more about this.
Hey there, this is Carrie with Career Oyster. I hope you're enjoying hearing from our friends Kim and Jim. If you're ready to take control of your career with a forward-looking resume, a proactive career strategy, and a plan to turn your job interviews into sales calls with a proven 6-step system, check out CareerOysterCoach.com and sign up for a free 1-hour career consultation. We'd love to help you not only win your next job, but to build a lifetime of skills to help you get the career that you deserve.
Sounds good.
It's almost like I'm interviewing them
Exactly.
instead of them interviewing me.
And that's what makes that consultative sales approach so powerful.
Yeah, can you give me an example of how that would actually work in a real interview?
Yeah, so let's say you're interviewing for a marketing role, right?
Okay.
Instead of just listing off all your past campaigns, you could ask the interviewer,
Okay.
what's the biggest challenge you're facing in reaching your target audience right now?
Oh,
And once you understand their pain points, you can tailor your examples to show how your skills and experience can directly address those challenges.
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so you're turning the interview into a problem-solving session
Yeah,
where you're positioning yourself as the expert with the solutions,
I like that.
and the Career Oyster system really gives you the tools to do that.
Okay.
It even gives you specific techniques for structuring your answers to make them more memorable and persuasive.
So it's like storytelling.
Exactly. Stories are really powerful because they create an emotional connection and they make your experiences come to life for the interviewer.
Right, because if I just tell them a list of facts,
Yeah,
it's not that interesting.
exactly.
But if I tell a story,
Yeah.
it pulls them in.
And the system guides you through how to craft those compelling narratives that really highlight your strength
Well, that sounds
and show how you've successfully tackled challenges in the past.
okay, and that takes a lot of the pressure off.
It does.
Because I feel like in an interview, you always have that fear of like,
Oh, yeah.
what if they ask me this? What
Yeah.
if they ask me that?
Absolutely.
But if I already have the stories prepared,
Exactly.
then I know, okay, no matter what they ask,
Yeah.
I can pull from one of these stories.
It's all about being prepared.
Yeah.
Not just with the content, but also with the right mindset.
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. It's just like having the confidence
Absolutely.
to go in there and know that,
It's all about projecting confidence.
Yeah.
And that comes through, in your words, your body language, your tone of voice.
yeah, I actually had an interview once where I felt totally unprepared.
Oh, no.
And I was so nervous, I could feel my palms sweating,
Mhm.
and I was stumbling over my words.
Yeah.
And I just knew I wasn't making a good impression.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
And I walked out of there feeling so defeated.
Yeah.
Like, if only I had known about this system back then.
It's amazing how much of a difference preparation can make.
Yeah.
It's not even just about landing the job. It's about feeling good about yourself,
Yeah.
knowing you put your best foot forward.
Great, like you did everything you could.
Exactly. And when you have that confidence,
Yeah.
it makes you even more attractive to potential employers.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It is the more confident you feel, the better you perform,
Yeah.
and the more likely you are to succeed.
Okay, so what about people who are naturally shy or introverted?
Yeah?
Can this system help them too?
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. Because while some people are naturally more outgoing, confidence is a skill that can be learned and developed,
Okay.
just like any other skill.
So it's not about trying to be someone I'm not.
Exactly.
It's about just learning how to present myself in a more confident way.
Yeah, and this Career Oyster system actually provides practical exercises and techniques for overcoming those nervous habits that hold people back.
So I can still be myself,
Absolutely.
but just a more confident version of myself.
Yeah, it's about learning how to channel your nervous energy into a positive energy that fuels your performance.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about those weaknesses that we talked about?
Right.
How does this system help with addressing those?
Well, that's where the system's emphasis on strategic framing comes in.
Okay.
It's about acknowledging those concerns up front,
Uh-huh.
but then reframing them in a way that highlights your growth, your self-awareness, or even turns them into strengths.
So like, for example, if I was let go from a previous job,
Yeah.
I shouldn't try to hide that.
Right.
I should address it head on, but
You-
frame it in a positive way.
You can use it as an opportunity to discuss what you learned from the experience and how it's made you a better candidate.
Okay, so it's about being honest and transparent, but also strategic in how I present the information.
Exactly. It's about controlling the narrative
Okay.
and guiding the conversation in a direction that benefits you.
This system is really impressive.
It's a very comprehensive approach
Yeah,
to mastering the entire interview process.
from preparation to delivery to mindset.
Yeah, it covers all the bases. And what's really impressive is that it does all of this in a way that feels empowering, not overwhelming.
Right, because I could see how this could be overwhelming
Yeah,
if you try to do it all at once,
yeah.
but it sounds like this system breaks it down.
It does. It breaks it down into manageable steps that anyone can follow.
So it's not like I have to become a master salesperson overnight.
No,
It's about gradually building my skills.
exactly. It's a journey, not a destination.
Okay,
And the Career Oyster system is the roadmap.
I like that. So for someone who's just starting their job search, what's the most crucial first step they can take to improve their interviewing skills?
I would say the most important thing is to shift your mindset from seeing interviews as something to dread to seeing them as opportunities to showcase your value and connect with potential employers.
So be excited about it
Yeah,
instead of dreading it.
exactly. Because when you approach interviews with a positive attitude
Yeah,
and a genuine desire to connect, it shows.
absolutely.
And that can make a huge difference
Yeah.
in how the interviewer perceives you.
So it's about enjoying the process
Yeah,
and seeing each interview as a valuable learning experience.
that's exactly where this Career Oyster system can really help.
Okay.
Because it provides the tools and support to help you succeed in interviews,
Yeah.
but also to grow as a professional and gain valuable insights into yourself and your career aspirations.
So even if I don't get the job,
Yeah,
I can still learn something from the interview.
exactly. Every interaction is a chance to learn and refine your skills.
Okay, so as we start wrapping up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's the biggest takeaway you want our listener to walk away with?
I really want them to understand that interviewing is not a game of chance. It's a skill that can be learned and mastered with the right approach and preparation.
Okay,
And this Career Oyster InterviewPrep System provides a really proven framework for doing just that.
so it's about taking control
Yeah,
and knowing that I have the power to shape my own success.
exactly. And the beauty of it is that as you start to see those improvements, your confidence will just soar.
It's like a positive feedback loop.
It is.
Yeah, the better you do, the more confident you get.
Yeah,
And then that helps you do even better.
exactly. It just keeps building on itself.
It's like practicing an instrument or a sport. The more you do it, the better you get.
Exactly. And the Career Oyster system gives you that structure and support you need to keep improving.
So I guess the question for our listener is, what's one area you're going to focus on to improve your interviewing skills?
That's a great challenge because, it's one thing to learn about all this stuff, but it's another to actually put it into practice.
Right, it's all about taking action.
Exactly. So whether it's, mastering that storytelling technique or projecting more confidence in your delivery or even just, figuring out how to address those weaknesses,
Yeah,
there's a clear path forward.
you can do it.
And the system breaks it down into these manageable steps.
So it doesn't feel so overwhelming.
Exactly.
Okay, so no matter where you are in your journey, there's always room for improvement.
Absolutely.
And even small changes can make a big difference.
Yeah, even if you just improve your interviewing skills by like 10%,
Yeah.
that could be the difference between getting the job and not getting the job.
It's that competitive edge you need.
It is. It's about standing out from the crowd.
And as you start seeing those improvements,
Yeah.
your confidence will just naturally grow.
Exactly. That's like a snowball effect.
I like that.
It just keeps building and building.
So you really can take control of your destiny in the job market.
You really can.
That's so empowering.
It is.
All right, well, this has been a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Thanks for sharing all these insights with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And to our listener, we hope this is giving you some valuable tools and strategies to help you land that dream job.
Yeah. Best of luck out there.
And remember, the Career Oyster Interview Prep System is there to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you later.